Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. And what I believe is the perfect comparison of what the XRP army has been going through. Except right now, I believe sentiment is unusually low for absolutely no reason. Here, if we look at the XRP price chart, we can see XRP's hovering over 71 cents. And the excitement for the XRP army from this SEC lawsuit win has died down considerably. But that excites me deeply. Here, we have a beautiful take by Crypto Insights UK, and I'm gonna share that. But before I can, I need to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a monster gem that I have posted down in my OnlyFans in the description below. And this crypto is one I just got into. I have been seeing indications from a lot of different altcoins that we are getting ready to rev our engines towards the upwards directions as far as price is concerned. And I believe this specific crypto is going to be one of those coins that does perform relatively well in the coming weeks. It's one of those tokens you need to get while it's hot before entry points become uninvestable. And I hope you guys have the opportunity to get in before it's too late. Now, as far as this take is concerned, Crypto Insight states 2 weeks ago we were just at 45 cents and we had no idea if XRP were to be deemed an unregistered security. Now, XRP is at 69 cents. 69 cents. And we have regulatory clarity for XRP. Yet all I can see is negative sentiment everywhere. I see people saying how disappointed they were with the price action. This makes me extremely bullish, and it makes me really understand that psychologically, retail investors are having the exact sentiment they're supposed to have. That makes me think more money may be ready to pour into XRP in the coming days, weeks, and months. The market doesn't care how retail feels or what you thought about what will happen. In fact, the market will often try to make you feel that you should feel this way so you can sell. Then once you've sold, the smart money is buying. When I see negative sentiment, I get excited. And this is actually a moment in time where there's more negative sentiment than before we got regulatory clarity for XRP being deemed not a security. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, today, XRP is a better investment than it was just 2 weeks ago when it was at a lower price. And I typically never say something like that. Lower prices are always better to get into. But right now, we're at 70 cents and we have 100% confirmation XRP is not a security. There should be no reason any retail investor across the world doesn't throw a good amount of money into XRP. It is one of the safest blue chip cryptos on the planet. It is not going away. It has the central banking and banking partnerships that you need to have the confidence to hold this thing through any and all short-term volatility. And anyone that's a retail investor that is legitimately concerned and ready to sell due to lukewarm price action is immature and does not deserve to get rich. You don't deserve to be in the new 1% if you're selling XRP now without knowing where the price is about to go. Here, we have this article forecasting a $35 XRP, and it states Ripple's IPO holds the key for this potential price target. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this was a prediction from BitBoy. And while I don't necessarily agree that $35 is where XRP is going to go, I do think that we have a very real possibility in the short term before October to hit a new all-time high. And what I need all of you to know is that even if we do make that new all-time high, the higher levels of where XRP's price can reach will be based on utility, more adoption, building by developers, and other things. Brad Garlinghouse was asked directly in a recent AMA whether or not Ripple will IPO off this massive win. And Brad Garlinghouse gave a 50-50 answer due to how the SEC just sued Coinbase despite them getting listed on the stock market. It's not the best environment for Ripple to IPO at this moment in time, especially considering how I think this stock ban bill for Congress is going to be passed, marking what I think will be the top of the stock market. But right now, in this specific moment, we have the stock market indicators in place that lets me know that we still have more room to run upwards for Bitcoin, for crypto, and especially for XRP. Despite the fact that this $35 price has been spread rampantly recently. The point I'm trying to make is, I do think new all-time highs are very possible. And all I want you to do is be on the edge of your seats ready to take some profits off the table. Because we deserve the money we are about to get. Now, we have 100% confirmation that we are in fact going ahead into a recession, and likely that crash we've been discussing could happen in October because we have Jim Cramer stating no recession, and a good sign as inflation is low if you consider future of China is represented by Baltic freight. Ladies and gentlemen, every time Jim Cramer talks, the opposite happens. Now, when it comes to the crypto market on the regulatory front, we have that the Financial Services Committee has given a potential rules of the road for the digital asset space. They introduced Financial Innovation and Technology Act for the 21st century. And this is the type of thing we need to see in order to begin getting regulatory clarity for the rest of crypto in the United States. Now, something else major that has happened recently is the launch of Worldcoin. Worldcoin is a token that'll pay you if you give your retina scan, and they're gonna have orbs around the world in different major cities collecting these in return for a token. Ladies and gentlemen, Worldcoin are taking advantage of the fact that the vast majority of humans are complete idiots, in the word of Chris Black, who lack the ability to critically think about why they shouldn't be exchanging their retina scan for a few dollars worth of absolute shitcoin. This is absolutely true. The creator of this token is the creator of OpenAI. And the AI fears I have of them collecting your retina scans from this specific crypto token is massive. But I'm not going to get down that dystopian path today. We're going to go down the regulatory front, where John Deaton states that Worldcoin literally said they can't talk about how they're distributed because of the regulatory uncertainty in the United States. John Deaton states if there was ever a signal to run away as fast as you can, here it is. Is he saying he can't tell you how to acquire it or what you're acquiring because he might get sued? Now that I think about it, is he being smart and just following legal advice, or is he a moron? But this is an example of the complete chaos caused when you have a bad faith regulator like Gary Gensler intentionally keeping the regulatory environment as unknowable. Personally speaking, I think that legal counsel advised this project to be as vague as possible. Because look at what happens when you're completely transparent like Ripple. You get sued and end up in a 2-year lawsuit. Can't blame them, but I understand. And here we have a collaboration back from 2019 between Ripple's Chris Larson and Michael Arrington, discussing regulators in the United States. And look at how prophetic Michael Arrington was. I'm sure Chris Larson, looking back, probably eats his words when he sees this. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the exact environment we're trying to fix right here at home.
I think what it means, though, is obviously the U.S. regulators have got to step up. I think they're doing a pretty good job, but we haven't. Wait. Got to give credit. It's hard.
Okay, so
it's hard work.
Let's take the statement of we think the U.S. regulators are doing a pretty good job. Let's wrap that up and let's put that over here for one moment, right? Let's continue with China, but I want to just come back to that.
This is being recorded, so they are going to see all that. So,
because they're bastards. I mean, they really. I think we have a difference of opinion on the U.S. regulatory ability and willingness to do a good job. But all right, let me pick up one of these guys over here. So we have. Let's bring this over where the SEC is doing a good job. Now I understand that. Oh, you didn't say the SEC. You said U.S. regulators are doing. What did you say? You said that they are.
They're working hard.
They're working
hard. There's a lot of cross currents here. There are a lot of bad guys. There's just a lot of good stuff going on.
What's the good stuff?
It's hard to tell. Well, rewiring the financial system of the world. Getting an internet of value is a fundamentally good thing.
That's good stuff in crypto.
What's
the
good stuff for the world?
The regulators, like if you took it,
they understand that. I think they understand that our SWIFT correspondent banking is antiquated. It's broken. We need a new system.
God, you are just so on point. You are just so on point. You got right back in.
Well, everybody understands.
No,
I think.
Look, it's a fair point.
No, the ad networks that run the internet as we know it. I think everybody wants to throw that out, and web monetization through blockchain technologies is a solution there.
But you would agree that the SEC is the single greatest evil in stopping the U.S. from being competitive in crypto. You would say that, right?
I'm going to take back your socks.
Let's put this back over there. I know you can't say things that I can say but I know how you really feel about that. But the Trump gets it.
This is his own. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to go too deep into this.
I did not say that. So.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, after witnessing Chris Larson kind of defending U.S. regulators, I'm sure in 2023 he probably would take it back, especially considering how vocal Brad Garlinghouse has been recently. But now let's take it back to the biotech that we're going to be experiencing in the coming years. Ladies and gentlemen, whether it's your palm or your eyeballs, whether it's Worldcoin or central bank digital currencies, the trend is to have you pay with your biometrics. In China, they have their central bank digital currencies already ready, and they have payments with the palm of your hands already in place. Microchip payments are coming soon to a country near you. And me personally, I'm vocally against this. I'm just simply a messenger warning you of what's to come. And ladies and gentlemen, a very massive step happened today with Vladimir Putin signing a law that launches a Russian central bank digital currency on August 1st, 2023. This law makes a digital ruble possible in Russia. And with the launch of a gold-backed BRIC stablecoin coming this August as well, we're seeing the accelerated movement towards the digitization of the global payment system. This XRP case ending with XRP not being a security, accompanied with the launch of FedNow, followed by this Russia-backed digital ruble and a BRICS-backed gold-backed stablecoin, is no coincidence, my friends. It happens very slowly, then it comes all at once. The tokenization of the global financial system is happening before our very eyes. And before you know it, everything will be tokenized. Trillions of dollars of assets will be tokenized, running through, potentially, the XRP ledger. We have to wait and see. But something I can guarantee to all of you is, XRP stands the best chance to solve this global problem. Now guys, to cap off this video for today, I'm leaving you with David Schwartz on his podcast discussing the tokenization of real-world assets. And I highly think that once you hear it from his mouth, you'll realize the magnitude of the global opportunity we have before us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Welcome to Blockstars, Ripple's podcast that features leaders and developers in crypto and blockchain to discuss the latest trends, technologies, and the real-world problems being solved. I'm your host, Ripple CTO David Schwartz. You may have noticed that my voice is a little off today. I just got back from a Ripple event in London with the new Medico employees, and burned out my voice, so hope it holds for this. The tokenization of real-world assets, RWAs, is one of the, if not the most enduring use case for crypto and blockchain. According to recent reports, Boston Consulting Group puts the total estimated value of tokenized real-world assets at upwards of $16 trillion by 2030. But since essentially anything can be tokenized, when we're talking about tokenizing real-world assets, we're talking about boiling the ocean. Here to help us unpack and conceptualize this topic, drill down into the applications, use cases, and protocol standards, and better understand its uses for developers, end users, and businesses are a few very special guests. I'm excited to be sitting down with Carl Jacobs, CEO and co-founder of Home, Jazzy Cooper, Senior Product Manager at Ripple, and Ryan Gledhill, co-founder and CEO of Thallo. Welcome to BlockStars. It's great to have all of you here.
Thanks for having us on, David.
Thank you.
Let's start with some guest intros. Carl, you want to lead off?
Sure. I'm Carl Jacobs, serial entrepreneur. Been doing this for quite a while. Got into the blockchain stuff about four or 5 years ago, and pretty excited about the opportunities it provides. Thinking a lot about mortgage and these assets that you quoted, 16 trillion in tokenizable assets. Well, mortgage alone is 13 trillion. So that's definitely a big opportunity. And interestingly enough, we've been tokenizing assets for other situations for many, many years. The federal government in the United States carries about a third of their balance sheet is in mortgages. And so these financial products have been kind of living in the real world, but could be made much more efficient on the chain are really interesting to us and I think a lot of other people.